component of Bowser Jr.'s main gameplay is, of course, that side B, the Koopa Clown dash. Super solid move, but we know that the Dutchies are erupting in the audience, wanting to see their boy succeed. Okay. And that up air, the juggles.
Battlefield is such a good choice here for young Eevey. I think it's like the platforms themselves as well. It definitely allows him to play this matchup a lot slower if he wants to as well, to camp under those platforms and out camp Snake if he needs to.
And we already see, and of course, opting for the Larry Koopa costume. What a great lead at the start. He's going for so many grabs, and I think grabs in general are so effective versus Snake, particularly when you have a character that can kind of break into his zone really quickly, really comfortably. Snake very often is going to be using shield a lot after his grenades, so going for those grabs is really, really important.
For sure. And you can see the way that young Eevey is playing around with these grenades. He is definitely adept on how to use items in this game. When you're using the Mecha Koopa, you've got to be so on point when it comes to your item play, and he's really proven that so far.
Beautiful attempted chase. Isn't able to find the C4, but MVD at 100% deficit at the moment. Tries to ledge trap with the Mecha Koopa. I like the idea. We're definitely going to see more of that throughout this set.
He's in the air now, but he's got the C4 to make sure that he can land back into center properly. Really good stuff there from MVD. That's textbook Snake that you want to see on Battlefield.
Young Eevey just playing this patiently. He knows that he has this lead. He doesn't want to overextend. Just trying to look for this one opportunity, but MVD is just not giving it to him until that point where the side B comes down.
Just run that point down like it was nothing. Just again, this has been such a meticulous game so far. Very slow pace in terms of how you're going to be controlling yourself for the items and stuff like that. And then you drove up on him. Just took him out. Crazy stuff there from young Eevey.
You almost thought he got around the Nikita, but he wasn't able to find his way around. MVD's Nikita control is second to none in this game. So
played so well so far, young Eevey. He's able to get a few up here. Okay, the up airs into forward there. Bowser Jr.'s got a few little combos, man. He can do a lot of damage. He can do a lot of damage.
Are so good for Bowser Jr. Such a quick, low commitment move that's so good at platform pressure. MVD has to be really careful sitting on those platforms. Even though, of course, Battlefield is such a good stage for Snake, typically, it's not really working out for him here.
Yeah, man. Again, not too, like, when it comes to weight classes and stuff like that, Junior a pretty heavy guy, so he's not going to be killing too early against Bowser Jr. Those jabs are violent for him.
Yes.
It's so strong. At the ledge, you're done.
And that jab, it was a move that didn't quite work properly in Smash 4, but now that they made it a much more reliable, consistent move, it is definitely one of the jabs to watch out for.
Yeah.
Surprisingly quick, particularly for how strong it is. A jab at the ledge might be the end of the stock, as you were saying.
And we'll probably see MVD start recovering a lot higher because of that now as well. He does not want to be trapped at ledge. Lovely air dodge there from MVD. Perfect timing to make sure he doesn't get caught by that up B hammer hit.
Bowser Jr. unfortunately kind of lacking in a KO throw, but young Eevey still more than happy to just get this damage off. He still has this lead. He's still the one, for the most part, in control of this game.
Now this is and the actual up B hits him, and he wasn't able to do any ledge trapping. Up tilt from MVD. Lovely call out, and able to take that stock with 172 on the board, though.
Yeah, that is the one scary thing, of course. You do want to use a lot of grabs versus Snake and MVD, but Snake can, of course, anticipate those and go for those fast normals. But now MVD is the one in the lead, and he can play the game that he wants to. But the up airs are here. 1, 2, 3, and a back air for good measure.
He's going, man. This is the thing. When you give this boy an inch, you'll take it a full mile. He's taking so much damage right now, MVD. It's not looking good for him. But again, we saw how long he was able to live. Oh, my days!
Edges off hitting that the cannonball right there.
I've seen that film American Sniper before. My guy, Young Eevey, was trying to recreate it. Jeez.
Again, beautiful callouts on these jumps, those big, powerful, disjointed normals. And but he drops out the forward smash. That would have been the end of the game. Hitting with the grab, and once again, MVD at high percent. This is definitely not insurmountable for him.
Grenade placement there from MVD. The back air, though. The first game going to young Eevey against MVD.
Larry Koopa, Bowser Jr. taking game one off of currently the best Snake in the US. Potential top 10 PGR, depending on how he does in this tournament. This is not something that you see every day.
No, man, you're telling me. This is the thing. Bowser Jr., you don't see that every day. Bowser Jr. beating one of the best in the world, You don't see that.
Even rarer.
But young Eevey trying to rewrite a history book right now, taking a set with Bowser Jr. against MVD possibly. He's got one game on the board so far. Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves, but that was a very, very strong game for your man, young Eevey.
Yeah, and he was just able to rack up so much damage throughout that set versus MVD, but that does essentially create cause for concern in a sense. You know, if MVD is just able to continue surviving those KO blows, it may give him opportunities to find those instances where he can get the KOs much earlier than young Eevey, but we'll see how this set plays out. I'm definitely interested to see how everything goes.
Game 2, Town and City. I find this very interesting because when it comes to the platforms moving away, and when we get to the kind of quote-unquote FD version of this stage, that's really going to prove to be massive in this matchup. Because I feel like MVD was able to do a lot off the platforms in terms of landing safely. It's going to be scary to see how he actually adapts to something like this as well. He's doing very, very well so far. The increase in space has definitely benefited him. And playing on a bit of a flatter surface, not having the pain of those battlefield platforms. Wow, that up smash actually just straight up caught him on the way up as well. Oh my god. That Mecha Cooper died a horrible death.
That overall sequence of play coming out from MVD was superb. Bowser Jr., one of the heaviest characters in the game. All the Koopalings can survive for quite some time, but this is a really awkward position.
Wow.
Now, one of the interesting things about that up B from Bowser Jr. is that when he goes into that kind of lone Koopaling state, he is able to air dodge like a Smash 4 air dodge, but of course, the down throw up tilt from MVD taking that first stop.
Absolutely, yeah. It's looking decent here for MVD so far. This is the kind of thing with Snake, when you got a lead, you can kind of just chip away with this grenade damage and a lot of explosions. Look at this damage, man. It's so much. For what seemed like such a small commitment from young Eevey, he's taken about 50% and kept himself at disadvantage.
Yes, suddenly MVD has a full stock lead in this game, essentially. It's really, really... Snake's damage output is absurd. The way he's able to snowball with momentum is crazy. Great anti-air with the Mecha Koopa, not enough to take the stock. Again, tries to hit it, but...
Dash attack, lovely choice here from MVD. First option that we haven't seen too often from him in the set, and that was a really good stock. Again, MVD looking very, very strong. Look at that damage again!
So much explosive damage coming out from MVD. It's such a tricky thing to work around.
And if you're Bowser Jr., it's so difficult to contest this because if you don't have your Mecha Cooper out and if you don't have like the area to kind of move around because there's so many grenades on the floor, it's like, what do you do? You just kind of got to hope for the best and hope Snake doesn't approach.
Right, finally catch him out the air, but once again, as we saw in the previous games, that was a very, very long-lasting stock for MVD. Oh, it gets the clown cart hit, and the juggles begin. 58% off of one conversion.
And you can see a little bit of logic again as to why MVD did pick a stage like Town and City, because there's no platforms. You can't really take that up air into kind of forward air chain much further with Bowser Jr.
Beautiful jab, good damage off of that. He's closing this gap bit by bit, but still there is a mountain to climb for young Eevey if he wants to take this game. Inches off that back end, that would have been MVD's stock, and it would have been a one-stock situation.
Eevey playing very, very well in the second stock for MVD. Is he able to take the stock to save?
I like that attempted edge guard from young Eevey right there. He went for the high edge guard, but poor DI on that up smash. Unfortunate, and MVD taking that game too. I think
he was obviously DI'd in because he jumped from the ledge. He was trying to lead back into center stage. Unfortunately, MVD catching him out with that out smash, and the DI did not work out for your man, young Eevey.
Exactly.
So if you're young Eevey right now, what kind of stage do you want to be going for?
I feel like he wants to kind of close the gap a little bit more. Maybe somewhere like Smashville, somewhere that doesn't have the absolute minimal, the absolute kind of wide flat space that you see from like FD,
sure,
maybe Pokemon Stadium. But
is it going to see a Lilac Cruise?
Maybe.
We might see it.
Although,
what a goal! I knew it, man. So this is the thing, man, because now that we got the platforms back for young Eevey, you got the combos as well. But the middle platform, the middle platform is the key thing here for Bowser Jr. because now you've got things like up smash, you've got your up airs that can definitely hit above that as well. Very, very interesting choice.
But Who is he fighting on Lilac
This is
Cruz?
the thing, man.
Who is he fighting on Lilac Cruz? He is fighting the #1 advocate of this stage in the world.
He loves it, mate. He absolutely loves this stage, MVD. A massive advocate for it in Smash 4, of course.
Yeah.
Seems as big of an advocate for it now in Ultimate as well. But this is the kind of thing, man, when you're on a stage like this, this is now scary. The slants on the stage as well, that's going to be very, very helpful for your man, Young Eevey, as well. Because, again, the grenades kind of bounce off Ghost stage as well. So it kind of makes sure that a little bit of the ledge, you could definitely keep the stage a bit longer, which is always very, very nice.
Oh my goodness!
Oh my
Several explosions. What an insane little sequence right there. MVD able to get the stage back. And look at how much damage Young Eevey just took.
What the hell? Wait a second, he's on 70. What happened? Why is he on 70 again? Oh my. He can take the stock here right now, though. I thought he was going to clown car up me and hit him with a hammer all the way at the top.
MVD not able to get the follow-up right there. Shooting back. Nikita, he has the space and he catches him with it. MVD's Nikita usage is so fascinating. He uses it in situations where a lot of the time you think, why would you use it here? And then it just hits. It's like he knows.
He's such a good user in Nikita, for sure,
He is a technician of that move, but finally Young Eevey takes that first stock. Again, very similar situations to the previous game.
Okay, he's able to air dodge back onto that center platform. Really nice stuff there from Young Eevey. He is trying his best to weave through these, man. He's trying his best. It's working out okay, but this is the thing, man. You get past the gauntlet, you get past all the hurdles, but then somehow Snake's on the other side of the stage doing the exact same thing. It's like, how do you get in and actually do damage right now?
Yeah, and you can see that Young Eevey, in times, he's trying to use that Mecha Cooper to maybe kind of nullify the grenades, but it's just not working for him. MVD's being so smart with his grenade usage, often putting them on the platforms to shut off those high avenues of escape.
It's not looking good for your man, Young Eevey. Lovely little B-reverse grenades. Again, this is the kind of stuff you want to see with Snake. And MVD putting on a show. Yep, reads it. Roll in with the C4. Had so many options covered.
Yeah.
This is looking textbook for MVD.
And then Nikita, this is going to be really hard to get around. He manages, but the C4 is there to catch the landing lag. What a strong, strong game coming out from MVD.
Wow. Yeah, that was...
Taking that man to Lilac. Ooh.
Yeah, that's a scary time. I don't know what it was about that game in particular, but like, MVD just did not give him any space to breathe at all. I feel like that in itself was kind of the detriment of picking Lilac Cruz, right? Young Eevey wanted to close down the space, like you said. Very, very good idea in theory, but MVD was kind of like, all right, let's play this game, let's dance this dance, and he just made sure this guy could not move and land at all.
Dance to dance, one step ahead, and now we are moving forward onto Game 4. Can Young Eevey bring this back to a Game 5 situation? Yoshi's story, definitely a much better stage pick, very similar to Battlefield with the triplats, and where Young Eevey was able to succeed last time. Down air out shield. And those CQC options from Snake so quick, and yet they do so much damage as well.
Absolutely. That down to 13%. Again, this is the thing, man. When you're on a small stage like this, it's a lot more difficult to get through all of these projectiles because there's just not as much space, right? And when you eventually get there, one bad move, and somehow you're on 48%, and it's still going.
This time, MVD answering back with these preemptive grabs versus Young Eevey's, of course. Bowser Jr.'s grab, not the fastest in the world, so it's definitely something that can be beaten out with other things. Oh, beautiful conversion using his own grenade against him.
I think he anticipated the spot dodge back onto the platform there, tried to go for a drop down back end. Not working out though for Young Eevey. But definitely keeping this game a lot closer than we saw in that first time.
All right, good roll that way. You know, MVD was waiting for the roll back. He did have that option covered.
Lands safely on the edge of that platform. Is he going to be able to get back onto stage properly? Oh God, he's just put himself back into the corner though. This is the scary part, man, and that's it. That's the kind of thing, man. You don't have much of a hitbox to contest that Nikita at all when it comes to Bowser Jr., so you just got to hope for the best. You can weave through it with your clown cart.
MVD's ability to just pressure his opponent when they're not even anywhere near him is just incredible. He's forcing Eevey to move in so many ways that he probably doesn't want to. He's forcing him to play his own game at the moment.
Oh, tries to go for a grab. Probably the first time I've seen in a long time that MVD. Oh my days!
And we've seen him commit to so many of those before, but finally one hits its mark, and this is looking real bleak for young Eevey at the moment. MVD just showing his stranglehold on this set so far.
Yeah, this is looking dire for young Eevey right now, man. I don't want to count. I'm not one to count anyone out so early for him, but the way MVD's playing, this might be curtains for his run.
Yeah, and you know that a Snake is just, he has that momentum when he's landing so many of these aerial attacks, so many of those high damage moves like those back airs, those neutral airs, those down airs. When he's hitting those,
yeah,
that's when you know he has momentum, but young Eevey here to steal it back.
But this is the thing, when Snake's in the lead, you're forced to approach, and he's got so many traps to just give you this chip damage, and you just saw it there. He did one errant up air, and he ate about 30% for it for him. It's a very, very difficult situation when you're down against a character like Snake.
Incredibly difficult, and especially a character with Snake's KO power as well. It's so potent with that Nikita. All of his normals just hit like a truck.
There's a dash attack again. Oh no! The coverage there from MVD. Very, very smart play there. Is he going to be able to get an up tilt? I think that's what he's going to be searching for. But right now, young Eevey trying to bring it back.
Yeah, lovely usage of... Oh, there's going to be a lot of damage on this jab. He almost gets a KO with it at 97.
Close. He's going all the way up as well. Doesn't want to get stuck by a C4 or anything like that, though. So he's able to get back on.
Excellent combination with a grenade. And now this is a last stop game. But one mistake, potentially a grenade plus a grab could be the end. Young Eevey has to play this absolutely meticulously.
Absolutely. And that could have been a start. The C4 just missing there. Really good jump there. Whoa, hey, where are you going, bro? Come back down.
The sky. Now one grab is all it'll take from MVD.
Yep. Oh my god! That was such an aggressive option with that down air, man! There it is.
The forward tilt reaching forward, and MVD will move forward through the bracket into the next stage of the loser's bracket. Meanwhile, young Eevey, what a run out of 7th place, but a spectacular